Hi, Leah. I'm so excited that we're going to be masking together today with the Skin Authority Facial Club kit. Keep calm, mask on. Is there a better name for a kit right now?
Oh, it's very, sorry, that's my dog in the background.
Hello, we get doggy facials.
Yeah, I'm excited. This looks amazing. I've tried the other masks and I've loved all of them, or the other facial club boxes, and I've loved all of them. So what's in this one that makes it special and amazing?
Well, a couple of things. This experience we're going to have today is a double masking experience. The thing that I love about it is that we're going to be applying 2 different masks to different areas of the face with 2 different objectives. So we want to make sure when we're finished today that your skin is completely resurfaced, so all the dead, dull, dry things that are on the surface that capture not only little dark discolored spots, but bacteria, maybe breakouts, those kinds of things are all dissolved away. And more importantly, what these masks are going to do is not only pull any additional impurities out of the skin, but more importantly, draw all the beautiful moisture to the surface of the skin. We're going to tighten, firm, lift all of that in the short amount of time that we have. And the thing that I'm most excited, not only will you be brighter, tighter, feel lighter, but you're also going to love the illuminating effect of vitamin D. And we're going to talk about that, especially with everything that's going on with bacteria. You know, when we think about flu season and all of that, vitamin D is so important to how our immune system functions, and it's made in the skin. So we're going to replenish that topical dose of D that's going to make your skin illuminated and super firm. So you're going to love the knowledge. So the whole idea of the facial club is for a professional like myself to guide you through each step of the facial, not just to make sure the facial is executed in the best way, which it will, and hopefully you'll learn little daily tips that you'll use from this experience, but it's also to make sure you and I have a 2-way dialogue about your skin, and we personalize this experience, and every person's different. So as we're going along, you know, I want to make sure we're talking about your skin goals and we're achieving those. So part of what we'll be doing with each step is sort of providing a little education of how this step is going to help reach the goals you have with your skin. And in the end, hopefully create a, beginning of a relationship you and I have, so that dialogue is ongoing. Even when this little session ends, the great news is my little hands holding you don't go away at the end of this session, because myself or all of our coaches are always accessible to you. And even though I'm, one of the founders of the company and love everything about it, I can say I'm humbled by the fact that our coaches know even so much more than I do. So you're always in good hands.
Amazing. Okay. Well,
yes. So you want to get started?
Yeah. Can you tell me?
Let's do it. So you have your facial club kit, right? And inside the kit, there's 2 important little things you want to know. One is you'll see a card. It looks like this, and the card is your instruction set. Of course, I'm going to be your live instructions, but if you after this, if you want to just kind of remember, well, why is that mask great, or what was I using, or I'd love to replenish that. On the back, you'll see a little overview of everything we used today and a little bit about it, just so that you have that for your reference. And as always, at the end, if you want to follow up with a coach, myself, or whatever, inside the box on the top, you'll see all the ways you can reach a coach to a video like this. If you want to email us, call us, we're available via all those means. So just take a look, and that's how you can reach us. So we'll get started. I'm super excited. If you have questions along the way, let me know. But we're assuming we're starting with a fresh face. So I'm assuming your face is clean, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the best first step. So in your pack, you're going to see a little bottle that looks like this with a little dropper. It's so cute.
Okay.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, got it.
So we're going to take all 3 of those items out, and we're going to lay them side by side.
Okay, so there's dropper, and then
so this is a
defense moisturizer and
calming mask. Right. So we're going to start with, so if you want to put them in order, we'll have the little dropper, and then next to it, you can put the little tube, because that will follow. And then the little pot that has the little green mask inside will be third. And then the vitamin D topical elixir in the yellow pump is
the full-size bottle.
I know, because D is so important that we want to make sure you use it and keep healthy and safe during this flu season. So that's why you have a big one. And then we'll finish up always with environmental protection and sunscreen. So the Daily Defense Moisturizer will be our last step.
Great.
So,
Everything's laid out, and then little popsicle stick goes with the.
Yeah, that'll go with your mask that's in the little pot. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start by, I know you already cleansed, but I always say resurfacing is the new cleansing. So in this little vial, this little dropper is a salicylic peel. It's a combination of sugarcane-based glycolic and salicylic acid. They're both acids that come from fruit and nuts. And what they're going to do is they're basically going to, it's called fear-free peeling. So don't worry if your skin's sensitive or if you're worried about going in the sun after this. The great news is this dissolves the dead skin like sugar in water. So you're not going to have any false peeling, chafing, dryness. In fact, if you're red, because I know sometimes you have a little redness in your skin, you will be less red after. So what we're going to do is we're going to take believe it or not, this dropper holds a lot. So we're going to fill that dropper. We're going to take about 2 droppers full into the palm of your hand. And you're going to see it has a water-like consistency. And then we're going to rub that across our face. You want to avoid, so you'll just take it and you'll just rub it across your face, avoiding your upper eyelid and, of course, right around your eye area because we want to avoid getting it in the eye. But you'll rub it, make sure you get it on your nose area here. Anything you have left over, that's what I love. You can go back because see how much more is left. You can go back and apply that to your neck and hands because we always forget our neck and hands, and they're part of the aging process. You might feel a slight tingling, Leah.
Okay.
If you do, that means that it's working. Obviously, it'll be a tingle, a stingle, not, you should not feel on fire because you won't be.
It feels fine. It feels great.
Cool. Well, that means it's working. It starts to kind of tingle as it dissolves the dead skin. As the air hits it.
Okay.
The beautiful
rubbing while I'm going.
No, you can just, once it's in, just let it sit and it'll go in on its own once you've rubbed it in. There you go. Perfect. You can do the backs of your hands. Yep. The cool thing about this is we're going to talk for just a minute about the importance of resurfacing while the peel works. But here's the great news. This is a self-neutralizing peel. So that means you're not going to have to wash it off. You're not going to have to time it. You don't have to worry about leaving it on too long. The peel itself will neutralize on its own. So I love that it's hassle-free in that way. But what we're doing right now is we're dissolving those top layers of dead skin. This is something I want to see you do every day. Not necessarily this level of peel, but that idea of dissolving dead skin daily, because dead skin, as long as we're living, it's building back up. It's called cell turnover. It slows down as we age. The amount of new cells being produced slows, but also our body no longer exfoliates off the stuff that's on the surface. That's what causes our wrinkles, our lines, our discoloration. So by dissolving that dead skin, we're going to reveal all the fresh, healthier, more moist cells underneath. We're going to dissolve away some of the discoloration along your cheeks, under sunglasses, where it reflects down. But also everything we do behind this is going to absorb that much better. So I tell everybody, think about it like a treadmill. It's like putting your skin cells on a treadmill. We're turning them over. We're putting the treadmill like a 9 right now. And then when you're at home every day, you want to sort of keep the treadmill going. You don't want it to ever turn off. So our peel pads, our resurfacing accelerator, they're great little things you can use every day. They're at a lower concentration, safe enough to use daily, but they'll keep these cells turning over, which means you won't see the buildup. So you won't see the dryness. You won't see the discoloration. And more importantly, the more that builds up, the deeper those lines look. So we're going to make you look a lot less line. We're going to say line free, and also a lot more moist when it's done. So even if you feel the surface of your skin now with your hand, if you sort of touch it, you should feel a little more hydrated, a little bit more dewy.
It does. It actually does. It already feels like a little plumper and yeah.
Yeah. So it's perfect.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's only 3 minutes. So, at the end of the day, we've already talked for 2 of those. So definitely, that it's a very short period of time, but what the power of what you get back for those 3 minutes is incredible, especially when we talk about absorbing the goodness of the masks that follow.
Can I ask a few questions?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, so a few thoughts. How often should we be using a salicylic acid like this? Also, this looks like you can probably get 3 or
Yeah,
4
I
days
mean,
out of it, at
the
least.
little secret is you have enough for another treatment in here.
At
And
least,
by the
if
way,
not two more.
you'll see when you use your mask, don't use it all because there's a lot in here. So you can really get 2 peels out of this once you know how to do it. So
Okay.
definitely you can save that little vial. And when you ask how often you should be doing it, you really should be looking at these kinds of treatments as boosters. So every month or every other month. So that's why with Facial Club, we send a new kit every other month, because a rotation of your cells is 72 to 75 days. So if we send you a kit, we're just about the time that all these new cells come up, we do another round with our next Facial Club kit. That's why being part of the Facial Club is great. And for $49, you're doing it every other month. It's the best deal that you can get for taking care of your skin.
Fantastic.
So what?
Also, this is a great deal because there's clearly like full size product and more than one use. I mean, I know you're saying 2, but honestly, I feel like there's 3 in here.
It's all the, hey, by the way, you're like me. You can stretch it as far as you want. But the good thing about the topical, I mean, the cost of the kit is less than the cost of just this product.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah. So it's definitely something that's worth saving. So what we're going to do now the real fun begins, because now we've resurfaced the skin. It's ready to accept all the goodness of what we do next. And this is where you get to be an artist today, because I know you're an artist at heart. So what we're going to do is you'll see your little tube. The tube holds one of my favorite products that we make. It's called Calming Mask. So what you're going to do is you do need to prick the tube because it's sealed, right? So there's a little point on the end of the cap. You just poke through.
I have a 9-year-old.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know all about it.
Pokey tube caps.
Exactly. So you got it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take, put about a quarter size in the palm of your hand. And then what you want to do is you want to take, and the beauty of Calming Mask, if you want to smell it, when you put it, so put about a quarter size in your hand, and you'll smell the fragrance. We don't use any fragrances, dyes, parabens.
Oh, that smells amazing.
I know. It doesn't just open up everything, all the sinuses, but think about what that aroma of, everything from eucalyptus, sulfur, it's going to open up that whole, take any debris out of the skin. I want you to look at your pores, look at your pores before and after, because they'll be so much smaller when we're done.
And then
so what you want to do is you want to
like mask me, because I've had a really these masks that we're all having to wear right now, obviously in times of COVID, have really irritated so much of my skin. I imagine Calming Mask will help that as well.
It will completely. You'll love it. And any little breakouts, it's a great spot treatment. So you'll have some left over if you do have little breakouts under your mask. And even wearing the vitamin D under your mask is a great way. We'll talk about that. But it creates a little microprotein that helps with filtering out debris in the skin. So what we want to do is want to take that Calming Mask. You want to run it down the center start right between your brows. You'll take a little bit, and like war paint, you'll paint it down your nose all the way down to your chin. So you want to put it around over your mouth area, and then all across the base of your chin where you have that congestion, all around the parentheses of your mouth there. And so you'll spread it in what we call the T-zones, right? So you'll have it there. And then if you have congestion like I do right in this area, right around the nose, you can just put a little bit around that, little wider around that parenthesis area around the mouth and the nose.
Okay, this smells so good.
I know, it's amazing. And you can, so for this particular mask, it has 3 different types of clays. So it's so detoxifying for the skin without drying the skin. You'll actually be more hydrated and less red. It's super soothing. It's an anti-inflammatory mask. But you will feel some tingling with this mask. So what you want to do is you'll stop where you are, because you still have another mask to put on over that.
Oh, okay.
So if you want, from a thickness point of view, people ask, well, how thick should I apply the mask? You don't need to apply the mask thickly for it to work. The thickness doesn't determine it. The ingredient technology does. So, but if you like to have a little bit more mask, feel free to do it.
It feels amazing.
Doesn't it feel so good?
Okay, so the next
So this is Rejuvenating, and this is a complimentary mask. So this mask, what you just put on is a detoxifying, clarifying mask. Rejuvenating mask is all sea-based, amazing hydratants and anti-inflammatories. So you'll see, hence the green. But what we'll do is you'll take your stick, because this has a little bit more of a creamy texture than the mask we just used. You'll take the rejuvenating mask out with your stick, and you'll take the rejuvenating mask and sort of put it all around the perimeter of your face. You can use your fingers if you like that better. But what we want to do is everywhere where the calming mask isn't, and so you can just use your fingers if that's easier.
Oh.
Everywhere where the calming mask isn't, you want to basically put it all around the perimeter. What's going to happen is that's where a lot of our aging is, but it's also where a lot of our breakouts are, kind of in that chin line, the areas around the crow's feet. So you can really put this, you know, around those little fine lines around your eyes. It's beautiful for reducing the darkness if you have dark circles. So you'll put this all around the face, the cheek areas here, everywhere where you want to add that great hydration. You can put it under your chin.
Under my eyes?
Yes, you can put it under your, you don't want to put it over your eye or right there, but you can definitely put it along the arch, the little under eye crescent, and there to the crow's feet, because you'll see it really, really minimize the lines and brighten the eye area, which I love.
Okay.
And if you can feel it, this mask is very cooling. It's very soothing.
Feels lovely.
Yeah, this mask is a professional only mask. So the calming mask available in retail, but the rejuvenating mask you just put on is professional only. So we always try to sneak in a little professional product that you couldn't get over the counter.
Which is so great, because obviously none of us can really, go to get treatments right now. So it's really nice that we have this option at home, to get professional treatment and get some guidance as well to go through how to use everything and ask questions and have someone still take care of you, even when you can't be in an actual facility getting a service,
So tell me a little bit while you're masking, tell me a little bit about your skin. What's your biggest concern with your skin?
Well, I'm in my 40s, so obviously aging, parentheses lines, crow's feet, and then just my skin in general being drier than usual lately. And also as of late, maskne. I've been developing a brand new style of breakout, which is all, the mask has really irritated my skin a lot. So, I just, everything under my chin and jawline has been breaking out, but also, and just the traditional, the things most women over 40 deal with, which is aging skin.
Well, the good news is everything we're doing today is going to work towards, for sure, reversing the signs of aging, and preventing. That's what I really want to share, a couple of tips of what we can do to prevent that process or slow it way down. And the other piece is maskne right now. People are, when you think about breakouts, right, the biggest things that cause them are stress, hormones which respond to stress. And more importantly, when you think about how a mask works, when you wear it on the surface of your skin, it's physically brushing up against your skin the whole time you're wearing it. Even though you may not realize, you're getting that little ablation that's happening from it rubbing against the skin. So that causes irritation and little tears in the skin. And then you also are trapping, while you're breathing into that mask, bacteria, right, of what you're breathing in and out. So and a lot of times it's dehydrating because you're not out in the air, you're sort of getting recirculated air in there. So those things all kind of add up to maskne or acne that can break out under the mask. So what we want to do is, one, keep the area super clean. So it is important to cleanse before and after your masks throughout the day. The other piece is that what we're doing with the mask we're wearing right now, the good kinds of mask that we're wearing, is you want to keep that inflammation down. So you want to use good healing anti-inflammatory ingredients. Mm-hmm. So that means you want things that have mango, shea butter. In the case of what you're using right now, we have a lot of beautiful water-based, aqua-based plants, everything from aloe vera to algae, and things that are completely nurturing and moisturizing to the skin. Wow. And giving back, and even some essential oils. So it's nice and healing under the skin. So you'll see that area will be super soothed. And then on a daily basis, if that is something that's bothering you, we make something called PPE relief, personal protective equipment. So it's made for masks, gloves, things like that. It basically protects the moisture barrier and keeps the mask from physically ablating you. So let's get back. Believe it or not, we've talked through the mask working, what you're going to see. So what I'd love for you to do is you should have a washcloth or something warm. Yay. So what we want to do is take some warm water or some cool water. You just want to basically spritz your face or get water on your face and start to massage and break up the mask.
Okay. I'll be right back. I'll go get to a water first, and then I get this wet, and then I come and like.
Yeah, you just kind of move it around, and then it should come off really easily with your washcloth.
Okay, I'll be right back. One moment.
Cool.
Hold, please.
Hold, please. I love it. So the mask will break up with water, and for those of you following along with us right now for your own piece, what you want to do is you can use warm or cold water, kind of break up that mask. And then once the mask is loose and kind of moving around, that's what I love about our masks. They remove very easily with your washcloth. You don't want to do a lot of scrubbing. You just want to remove the mask with kind of false sweeps. There you go. Just like Leah's doing right now. How's that feel, Leah? Is it coming off pretty easily?
Oh yeah, very. It's not hard and crunchy at all.
Yeah. No, we love this. And the other part is we really don't like, from an earth-friendly point of view, the beautiful things about Skin Authority products is they're vegan. We don't have gluten in them, but more importantly, we like to make sure we're not washing things down the sink that are going to go into our oceans in a way that aren't great. So that's why you'll see this really dissolves well. It's not clumpy. You're not putting, lots of mass down the sink, which is important.
Okay. Yeah, it's coming right off very easily.
Your skin is glowing already.
It feels really good.
Yeah. You needed this.
It doesn't have that usual where you're like fighting getting all that like thick, when you know what I mean, when a mask just gets really hardened.
Yes.
It feels really nice. It just kind of is wiping off.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay. This is great. I feel like I'm like in an actual DIY spa treatment.
Yeah, if you like at home, for those of you following along, you can also just, soak your towel in a little warm water and just do some warm compresses on your face if you want. That'll make it feel good, or cold compresses like she's doing right now. It'll just feel good to kind of do little pats that take the pressure points around your temples, your jawline, and it just kind of feels like your own little mini massage. And I'll actually show you a little secret to that. Yep. And you just want to take the towel and compress it. Just hold it down for a minute. Like, there you go. Just hold it down for a minute on the outside of your eye area. That'll kind of break up any congestion you have there. It kind of feels good. That's a pressure point. And around your jawline, you can just go here and just hold it at your jaw too. And just by touching for a few minutes, then releasing, it sort of breaks up the pressure. We hold so much pressure in our jawline. So it's a great way to sort of release that.
Okay.
Does it feel pretty clean now?
It does. It feels great. Okay.
Come close to the camera. Let me see you. Oh, very pretty. Okay. So you just want to pat it dry just a little bit of just any of the extra moisture. And this is where the fun part comes. Okay. So as you can see, I can see with Leah's skin, it's a lot brighter under her eyes, a little brighter, a little tighter for sure, like around this area.
Feels great.
So what we're going to do now is you should have a topical vitamin D. The reason this is so important is vitamin D is not a vitamin, it's a hormone. It's made in the skin. Your skin needs D in the skin to make D. Because it's a hormone, it depletes as we age, so we want to replenish it. So as you can see, I have it there. You'll see this is more like a lotion. It's not like a serum or a gel. The reason is we want this to go into the surface of the skin. So you want to massage this in circular motions all along your face, every perimeter of your face and neck. And you want to kind of massage it in until you just don't feel the slip anymore. And if you want to massage here, working your way in towards the tear duct, what that will do is that will help move any fluid up through there, so you won't have any little puffiness under your eyes too. I
Oh,
always say this is a free little wand that massages that puffiness away. The
great.
vitamin D is going to do a couple of things for you. Vitamin D will help with firmness, so it'll help with your collagen production. It also helps with providing a little environmental protection because it has a mycoprotein that sits on the surface of the skin and filters out pollution and light. So it's really great to wear under your sunscreen during the day. And once you have that all massaged in, and it's good, and the key is vitamin D, we should think of it as an essential vitamin that we use every single day on our skin. And when your vitamin D is sufficient in your skin, 72% of your dermis is collagen, so you'd be super firm. And we never want you to go away without protecting your skin from sun, which is one of the biggest aging factors, but also having that great dewy hydration. So this is a daily hydrator moisturizer called Daily Defense Moisturizer that also has an SPF 30 full spectrum protection. So you can open that little packet, you can apply it across your skin. Obviously, because it is a broad spectrum, full spectrum protection, you don't want to put this in your eye. It'll be a little stingy. So just work around and avoid, like a raccoon, sort of avoid your eye area there, but massage it in everywhere else and make sure we get our neck and our hands as always. And this is what I love about this moisturizer is it's super hydrating, but it dries to a powdery finish. So for those of you who maybe are concerned about not wanting to feel too dewy or not wanting to feel oily, this is the perfect weight moisturizer for men and women throughout their day. And people love the fact that it has that beautiful satin finish.
Feels great. Very
clean. And the best part of all is you're ready for your day. You're ready for any sun rays that come your way, and also fully hydrated and moisturized. So what's great about your kit, your Facial Club kit, is you can go online and look, but with every Facial Club kit, so for example, we use the vitamin D, we use the calming mask and the daily defense. So the companion products for home use to this kit are available to you for the duration of the 2 months that the kit's out at 15% off, which I love. So if you love any of the experiences, you want to replicate this at home, which you should, because home care is about 72% of your results come from what you do every day, not from a single treatment. So your coach can help you select the things that are right for you and recommend. For example, for you, I really would see the D, Leah, and wearing sun protection every day is so important. So you can definitely order those using your special code that you have with your kit. But more importantly, for us, it's about a relationship. So I'm so thankful that you spent some time in self-care with me today.
Oh my gosh, this has been amazing. I'm just looking to see where the code is.
Yeah, so what you'll see is you'll get an email, and online you'll be able to, that email will have everything in it, just letting you know and reminding you, because the code does change every 2 months. So you'll get a little reminder from us, and your skin coach always has accessibility to help you. So you can order online or through the coach. But more importantly, I'm just excited because in December, we're going to be doing Sparkle Brights. I can't wait to do another one with you in December as well. Does your skin feel great? Are your questions answered?
My skin feels fantastic. It feels like really moisturized and fresh. Yeah, it feels great.
So the biggest thing is just to smile in the mirror and love the person that you are, because we love you. And we can't thank you enough for supporting Skin Authority and joining us for Facial Club.
Thank you so much. This has been amazing. And I'm excited to try the Sparkle Bright Kit. And I've loved this. Would definitely recommend to my friends. And I feel like I just had a little spa treatment.
Oh, you did. I love it. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day.